Alright, so I wanted to try out my new distiller that I found on the side of the road for free with a bunch of other junk. But I saw this and didn't know what it was at first. Grabbed it, researched it, and it works. We just did some blanched some peaches earlier today. So I put the peach water in the lower chamber. We got cold water in the top chamber. And I've got drinkable distilled water out of the dirty peach water coming out. Yeah, friggin' right. I set the timer for 20 minutes. 2 minutes left. We got water boiling. Cool. Alright, 40 minutes has passed since I started this little experiment. Just to, I was curious to see how this particular setup was going to work. And I used some of the dirty peach water in the bottom. I put cold water on the top. The cold water just started to bring the bubbles. I just pulled a couple pots of water out. Change it with colder water, and we've got, looks like a little bit, about a cup and a quarter of water, distilled water, and it's still going. So I'm gonna give it another I don't know, 10 more minutes I guess of playing around with this, and I'll be back, see what we got. You don't want to keep your fingers in there, so it's almost too hot to really do much, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's only been 5 minutes since the last clip, and I ended up pulling out pots of water. So this is what I did. Pulled pots of water out like this, and by doing this, I think that's heating up that water faster than I can dunk this and fill it. With cold enough water from the tap. And get it back to the pot. By the time I do that, I think it's heating up the water that's in there already so hot that it doesn't matter that I just put colder water in there, because I'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll see what we got here. So by what I'm seeing here, you might not be able to see it. I'm not sure what it is, grease in the air or something, but there's a little film of impurities on the top of the water. Could have been what was in the pot. I don't know. But keep that in mind. It could have been what was in this. This wasn't completely clean. So this first run might not be the best thing to do for drinking. I think that might want to keep that in consideration when you're doing this type of stuff, or if you want pure distilled water. The bottom of this pot needs to be sterile, or you're not getting pure water, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. Thank you. At least with, back it up with some information. Don't just say I'm wrong. But like I was saying, oh, you see that bubble rise? That's what I was talking about. It's just, you know, it's not boiling, not a rolling boil, but it's getting ready to boil. I don't want to keep my fingers in there for more than 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 1 second. So it's hot, but it's running. It's still making distilled water. Two minutes left. Like I said, it's almost boiling up by the 5 minutes of just changing that little bit of water. So I guess you might want to pull the clamp. Well, if you have this particular type of setup, there's those little clamps on the side here. One there, one there. Pull those off. Dump the whole pot, fill it with cold water, put it back on. Then it might work better. Or stick a small pump in there. Pump in cold water. Little battery pump. That'd be a cool thing to do. Just keep the water continuously running through it. But for my first little test experiment of my free on the side of the road distilled water distiller, I think I made out okay. Dirty peach water in the bottom. Looks like nice clean water here. Can't complain. Alright, so we've been about 15 minutes of playing with this. I've got, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of distilled water there. Maybe a little more. By the time we're done here, it's still dripping away. I mean, it's still making distilled water, but I'm pretty much done playing with this. I want to see what how much water I have left on the bottom after 15 minutes of boiling. Well, what does it take? About 5 minutes to get boiling water? 45 minutes of boiling time. And we're just getting ready to boil our top water here, just starting to roll. So I'm going to pull this off before I make a mess. Alright, so I had this thing filled up. There's a line on it. Oh, there it is right there, water level. So it's about an inch from the top. So I had this filled up from an inch from the top, and it's roughly 3 inches now without sticking my thumb in it. And actually the peach water smells really good. It's probably good to drink. I mean, it was only blanched peaches, and it's been boiling away for a while, so it might be a good juice when I'm done. I don't know. We were gonna feed it to the chickens. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Obviously cooled down. Give it a little treat. But, oh, that's right. Alright, found a cup that we all can see. Move this contraption over here a little bit. So 2.5 cups of water. Distilled water. Just under 2.5 cups. I'm actually going to take a sip of it. Hopefully y'all can see. Okay, so it's got a hint of peach flavor to it. Not sure what that means. I guess that means the distiller didn't work as well as it should have. We'll try it again. Tastes like distilled water. I've had distilled water before. So, but it does have a little slight hint of peach. So it's definitely not pure. It's probably okay to drink. But this is the actual ring that does all the work between this and the bottom of this. That's like a cone. That's where all the action happens. The bottom of this catches the condensation. Then the condensation runs down into this ring, and it goes in that hole. So that's really what that's where all the action happens. That's just a pot that it fits on. And that's some pretty dark peach water. I'm gonna get crazy. I'm gonna try some of that too. Alright, here we go. Oh, it doesn't look that dark now. Pull it out into a spoon. Hot as fuck. I should have realized that. It's like a peach tea, I guess. But anyway, well, thanks for watching, everybody. That's my little distillation experiment that I was playing around with that I found. Figured I'd share. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Cheers!